It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Well, everybody, I hope you're having a fantastic Christmas Eve bleeding over into Christmas Day, whenever you may happen to see this. Before I go off and enjoy festivities with family and go away for a few days from the old YouTubes, I thought we would check on our vlogger friends and see how they're settling into this Christmas holiday season. We'll say, are you married? You'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Oh my goodness, what in the holy heck it is happening here at the Tampa J household? He's gonna read to us? Whose idea was this? Who is at home being like, if I could just be with Tampa J and Chris the girl, I bet we'd have a fantastic time. If I could just be a fly on the wall in their house. Number one, if they did invite you over, 5 or 6 bags of stuff would have to be removed just for you to have a seat. I get the gist of it. Tampa Jay's a good guy. He's bringing you into their home for the holiday season. It's nice, but his audience has not really known what to make of this. And in his modern videos, say the last 2 years, this is going to go down as one of the lowest viewed video he's ever done. You're probably going to have to go back several years to get this low amount of views.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time.
Good Lord, if this is your first time seeing Tampa J, you made it onto one of his videos for this, a reading of The Night Before Christmas. You somehow made it through all of the Academy Award winning, Tony Award winning master actors to Tampa J. Your luck is terrible. Stay away from Vegas at all costs.
I am Tampa J, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Tonight, I will be reading you.
Oh, reading me. Oh, okay. All right. I think I'm sitting up straight. Okay. Tell me about myself, Tampa J.
The classic, The Night Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah, of course, the book. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, Tampa J. Continue. Forgive me.
By Clement C. Moore. This classic edition I ordered on Amazon, of all places.
Of all places, Amazon started out selling books. This year alone, they've sold 787 million books. I would be surprised if you didn't find it from Amazon.
It was about $14. If you're interested in purchasing this book for your night before Christmas, I'll put a link in the description below.
I'm so glad I did look for the link. And thank you, Tampa J. He did link the book. Also, Chris the girl gets a credit as the decorator. Oh, if ever we needed an Adam Grandpa laugh. Adam, you really shouldn't laugh with your mouth full of chicken. That's just a disaster waiting to happen.
It was the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care.
Where is Chris the girl in all this? I would love it if she's just staring straight through Tampa J with this look of disdain.
All a good night. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you too, Tampa J. I hope you and Chris the girl have a wonderful holiday together. This was a little bit of an odd video for Tampa J in terms of a numbers perspective, but maybe, that didn't matter to him as much. As I said, it's going to go down as one of the lowest viewed videos, that he has ever done. He also showed up in another compilation YouTube video that was kind of odd. That's fine. He's branching out. He's doing new things. You got to wonder about the hubris of these folks. Again, with so many people out there already reading these books, the go-to for a parent typically is to read this to their children. I don't know how many people Tampa J thought would be lining up to get him to do it, but hey, it's something else for his channel.
As a recording of this Monday, December 23rd, 2024, 2 days till Christmas. You can file this episode under I was invited by Tim and Jen Tracker to a food place that I did not know was open.
No, I have to protest, Adam. That's way too long a title to file this one under. It'll just cause havoc with the system. I can't do it.
This is not a normal KFC. This is called Saucy.
Completely different restaurant.
Yeah.
They only serve chicken
We're
tenders
just in the
here.
line.
I know.
I was there. My mom, my dad, my sister.
What did your
Gee Willikers, Woovians, did you know that Adam just got back from Hawaii with his entire family? Well, you know what? I may have to give him this one. Judging by the way you guys viewed it, not many Woovians did know he went to Hawaii.
Don't you watch Adam's videos?
No.
Oh, Tracker draws first blood. Adam will remember this.
What is the tenderloin of a chicken?
I thought it was in a leg, but I don't think it's in a leg. I think it's in the arm.
I think it's below the breast.
Adam's been at this for 15 years. You would think he could do more on the fly than shake his head no and just stare at his own camera. Yeah, but he wants to go international, folks. We're ready.
But how many times have you seen birds at Disney eating a turkey leg?
I know.
You know?
I love when mascots are eating themselves.
Wow, that may be his weirdest kink yet. I would assume he has to pay extra for that.
All right, this has been the most impromptu intro in a long time. Saucy's KFC. We're going in.
It's just saucy. It's just saucy. Don't overthink it.
I'm inviting you.
See, I can do that too.
It's true.
Here's the hour. They're open late.
So
They're open till 2 a.m. Get your late night off. 3 a.m. on Saturday.
He was frying it up.
Oh, folks, I am heavily editing this, and it is just mind-numbingly boring.
Except your commercial.
The bird.
On the commercials?
Bird colonel. What's his name?
What?
The bird from Longhorn. Longhorn.
Longhorn?
Foghorn
Leghorn?
Isn't he?
That's true. I never thought of that. I was thinking Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald played Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
But I never thought of Foghorn Leghorn.
In the commercial.
I'm just waiting for their hilarious take on who's on first. It'll have you in stitches.
Do you remember those commercials? You don't remember that when KFC had like a bunch of different celebrities playing Colonel KFC Man?
You know
Colonel
how
KFC
awkward
man.
we look right now? Outside this door holding
behind
cameras.
us.
Oh my God, the vloggers have become self-aware. We have no choice. Activate Skynet.
This is a fancy place. Got the little QR codes there for mobile ordering. Sorry. Thought it was at Disney.
Still haven't made it up to the 50 tendy box price.
$73? Adam, do you know how many chickpeas you could have bought for $73?
It's bolted to the ground next to these style seats right here. It's like kind of cushiony, hard cushiony seats right here.
We laymen, just call it a booth, but I'm sure that's its scientific name. Hard cushiony seat.
Delivered part of it right to our table. It took 27 minutes.
Oh, just under 30. We're golden.
Under 30, but 27 minutes to bring the first batch.
The tendies.
Sammy's Timmy.
So here, let's do this. Oh, yeah.
So five of the sauces are already out on opening day.
Spicy.
Most of the chicken tenders. Did we get the tripod out?
Oh yeah, the international community is going to love Adam.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on this.
We got a whole other one. No, that sandwich is amazing.
Now, granted, part of this is just lazy content. Very easy to just sit there, film yourself eating. I think he's also probably trolling a little bit with this because he knows it's driving people a little bit crazy. But some of the images of Adam eating here are hilarious.
Oh yeah, it is like a cake. It's like a cake consistency.
Adam glitches out trying to find another word other than cake, and so he just says cake-like consistency.
Big Al.
Maybe the Colonel would hire you to have a new. Maybe kind of an idiot. He was a very serious guy. So I wonder what would he think about being portrayed like a fool. You know, talk about in the commercials, he's made to seem like kind of like a southern idiot. That he was like very staunch.
It's really hard to hear them at this point as there's a lot of people in the restaurant. It's all very loud. You may even think, maybe this is not the best time to be filming, but oh no, not our intrepid vloggers. They don't think that. But I don't really know where Adam's going with this. He says that the Colonel was portrayed as kind of a buffoon in the commercials. I guess to some extent you had comedians portraying him, but I thought other portrayals were pretty stoic. Do you think that the Colonel was portrayed as a buffoon in those now several years ago commercials where they had different actors playing the Colonel? I didn't think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
I do the finger lick. I lick my fingers when I'm done, but you don't really do that with tenders.
Well, you shouldn't really do that at all. But does that surprise any of y'all that Adam licks his fingers? I don't think he's being facetious with that. I would say that's what he does.
It's a cool looking building though. It's finger licking good. Some non-nuggets, some non-fingers, some tenders. Here from Saucy's. Saucy! Exclamation point.
So I'm glad Adam is at least out with people doing something. He's not alone in that corridor of goons doing who knows what. He's been putting out some odd things, but this one I thought was pretty interesting. This had been a criticism of him by the online community for some time, that he follows no one. He has, a good number of followers on Instagram, but follows nobody. Well, now that's different, and it's been going up a little bit each day. It started off with about 150, went to around 180. It's at 250 as of this moment, Christmas Eve. And he also is following some of the people that you would expect, the core Woovians, some of the early Woovians, so he's being loyal to them. He is not following Philly Captain as of when I checked. And he is following a lot of official Disney accounts. He's following several young women, including the one that he was spotted with. So now, if she hasn't been outed already, he, in a sense, has outed her identity. And maybe he has permission to do so. But that's certainly out there now to everybody. I thought this was pretty funny. He's following the Fell Dog, Corey Feldman, which makes sense. Obviously, Adam is a student of the 80s, an obsessive, if you will. So who better to follow than Corey Feldman? And then, of course, Zach Campbell, because remember, Adam likes baseball. Now, don't tell me you've forgotten that already. He is a #1 super-duper bestest baseball fan ever, and that will certainly carry over into next year, because he knows his baseball. Don't you ever forget it. Adam seems to be trying to drum up excitement any old way he can for Instagram, and he's not getting too much with things like he's ready to start trading pins. That's awesome. That's great, Adam. I'm sure you're going to see him in the park just carrying around a board full of pins. I'm sure that'll happen. So as we get closer to international travel, that's going to open up new fun avenues for Adam. New modes of entertainment and enlightenment is what he's hoping to attain from it. He's hoping that it's going to reinvigorate him. He already says it did. Even though he hated Alaska by the time he left, he said it had changed him, reinvigorated him, it showed him what he liked about traveling. International is going to be interesting, and it's coming very, very soon. We'll finally know where the first one is. Now, I am kind of hearing through the grapevine that one of my options, Japan, is not likely to be where he's going. So maybe we can strike that one off And maybe where we talked about before is not where he's going to be at all. The only thing we can do is wait and see. Although I did think it interesting that he went to Saucy, because KFC is big in Japan. KFC is one of the top things to get on Christmas Day in Japan. For 50 years, they have been offering a holiday meal that people order all the way into October because they want it so much. So Adam likes to telegraph things with his videos or with Instagram. And so I thought maybe Saucy was a code that it might be Tokyo. But no, I think I'm reading a little too much into it. I'm becoming too much Fox Mulder. I think in the end, we're just going to have to wait and see. But before we check out of our video today, let's see what that carpetbagger is doing.
I recommend therapy. It helped me through it. Therapy helped me, like I said, some issues popped up when I first started YouTube where people were harassing me, people harassing my family, people were bullying me, bullying my family.
Oh my goodness, we go through this every single year, rehashing of this same thing every single year. And when he brings this up, this bullying and harassing, he's basically talking about one person. Could you make the case that that one person was bullying and harassing him? I think you'd have to go out on quite a limb to get there. But I understand you have something that goes beyond criticism. And if it's somebody going after your family or your livelihood or anything, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. It shouldn't happen. I think he did some things that made it worse, but he has learned from that and moved on, and he handles that sort of thing the correct way, doesn't go all guns blazing, attacking people as he did in the past. So, I say good on him for that.
And that was really hard because it was kind of like all these bad feelings from middle school coming back up to the surface, things that I thought that I had left in the past.
Aha. Now I think we're actually getting more to the heart of what's going on here. So in this video, Carpetbagger is going back over his former paper route that he had as a kid. He is back home for the holidays, and hopefully him and family have a wonderful time. But we see here that he really tells us why he lashed out at quote-unquote haters, trolls, the way he did, because it brought his childhood back to him. It brought this bullying back to him. I think he thought on YouTube he would almost be free of that sort of thing, in this cocoon where that sort of thing couldn't happen. He's the master of his own channel. You have people that are coming to your channel that love you and should only love you and should only praise you. And unfortunately on the internet, you don't get that. And he got through it. And he talks about how he got through it, through therapy. And I'm glad. I'm glad he got to the point that it didn't affect him the way it did. Because as myself and Roland and Sheriff and stuff have talked about in the past, he went after quite a few people.
But yeah, so that hurt me really, hit me really hard, and there was a lot I had to deal with back then. When I started my YouTube channel about, and again, therapy. That's what worked for me. But I'm going to be spending time with my family next couple days, enjoying our Christmas trip here. I think the idea is we're going to do New Year's in Gatlinburg again this year. We had a lot of fun last year. I think next year might look a little different than the previous years have looked here on the Carpetbagger channel.
So I think that's interesting and can be exciting for Jacob. He has reached a stagnation point. Regardless of whether the subscribers continue to grow, the views have hit a wall and they're staying there. And if this is what he wants to do and he can build a fan base up that loves him, more power to him. But the vast majority of the people that are subscribed do not watch his videos, similar to what Adam, the pattern that he's gotten into. But for Carpetbagger, it's much worse. It's not as sustainable as it is for Adam. So good for him. Hopefully he'll do some things. He'll not go to kid-related things, which delves way into the weird. Maybe he'll switch things up, and who knows, he may go doing abandoned stuff again. That's how I discovered the Carpetbagger originally, and I know a lot of people did. But it's going to be really interesting to see how a lot of creators pivot, where they go. What does a Tampa J and Chris the Girl do next year? They also have hit similar walls. What does international look like for Adam? It's going to be exciting. We hope. Or it may be more of just the same. Either way, it has been a pleasure being with you today. Thank you for spending time with me whenever you happen to watch this. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll talk to you again soon. I'm Aaron, Passing Through Productions. You've been passing through, and I'm certainly glad you did.